Hello and welcome to the Council of Titos, the only show on the Laro-Laro lang channel where Titos talk about the reality TV show and social experiment that has been running for 26 years, Survivor. My name is Chief Bisdak Joel Parcon, and with me, as always, is Juxtapotito Jao Atienza. Hey Jao, what's up?
I'm good. Throughout the course of this meeting, we're going to throughout the course of this episode.
This
Whoa,
episode.
sorry.
You've been too busy at work, Jao.
Work brain. So over the course of this episode, we'll come up with nicknames that we may or may not adopt by the end of it.
That's true. We were ahead of Coach Benjamin Wade in coming up with nicknames for each other. We'll try and see if we can come up with what do you call this? Oriental sounding or Magic the Gathering sounding nicknames for each other. Yeah.
Yes.
So yes, we are going to talk about episode 5 of season 50 of Survivor called Open Wounds. But before we begin, please hit the like and subscribe button if you want to stay updated with our weekly excuse to catch up on Survivor. And so, without further ado, let's begin.
Let's begin with the nicknames.
The nicknames.
Might as well.
Okay. Might as well. Yeah.
Since we're talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as he said it, I immediately started Googling if there was anything in Eastern culture, Eastern folklore about a tide walker, the bell monk, and then the oak-bound warrior. And based on my extensive Google research, there is no strong lore that any of these names are real in Japanese folk tales. So
yeah, I mean that's the most coach coded thing. He just makes stuff up.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, depend on coach to come up with these. But yeah, I mean, Martin did find that apparently Tidewalker is one of the Magic the Gathering cards. So he's a Magic the Gathering.
Is it? I do not know. Like
is it, or did
I don't know.
Was that an AI thing?
Well, I don't know. I do I don't have an extensive history, an extensive knowledge of Magic the Gathering. That goes all the way back, and they released like new sets, and so like I'm pretty sure there might have been like a Tidewalker somewhere, but like I don't have that information off the top of my head. So if anybody knows if there was a Magic the Gathering card, that's either the Tidewalker or the Oak-bound
warrior.
Warrior, sorry. Yeah. But here's what I want you to do. And this is going to be kind of creepy and might make you delete your account. Whichever AI companion you use. So like ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever. Like open it up, ask it, what do you know about me? You know the meme, right?
Yeah.
Like ask it, what do you know about me? And then ask it for a D&D sounding nickname.
Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that now. I'll have it running on the side.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you some of the
suggestions. What do you have? Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell you some of the suggestions that it gave for me. Wait, let me just pull out my phone here. Because it doesn't work very well on the desktop once it starts getting really like full RAM thing, I guess. The Lesson Forged Navigator.
Ooh.
And the other one that was wait, where was it? Was it no? Is it here? No. Where was it? Oh yeah. Whoops. Is it here? No. Did I delete it? I think I might have deleted.
It became too creepy.
Yeah. Okay. So there, the Lesson Forged Navigator.
Lesson Forged Navigator. Wow, that's actually good. Right. So you going into like D&D, you'd be a fighter, pirate, sailor background. Right.
Yeah. Well, let me try it again. Based on what you know about me, uh, give me a D&D style nickname.
Mm,
This is Gemini this time.
mm.
Do 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 do. Um, the Chrono Artificer of the Azure Skies.
Whoa. What?
Dang.
Okay. Wait, let me see if I can, because I've got from Copilot. Uh,
Okay,
so the first option that it gave me was Joseph, the Herald of Living Symbols. I don't know
that's
why.
cool.
And one is a little too on the nose. The Dragon Binder of Cultura. I'm like, what? Okay, sure. Warden of the Watchtower. Hey.
Yeah, Warden of the
Yeah, but
Watchtower.
I don't know why. This one, I don't know. I don't know these last two. Why, how it came up with these last two. Lion of Living Heraldry. What?
Ooh,
A nod to my, supposedly a nod to my heraldic motifs and my ability to breathe life into symbols that rally and you. What? Maybe because it knows that I keep designing logos and stuff.
maybe.
Maybe. And the last one is Star Weaver of Immersive Realms. Okay, because yeah, I do try to use AI also it is a bit of an issue in the D&D world nowadays. I use AI sometimes to help me with coming up with the campaigns that I play, that I DM.
Okay, so I suppose Chief Doc Joe Parcon and Juxtapotito still win.
Yeah, that's still it's still the most apt for what we do and the way that we do things. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, coach coming up with these nicknames. What nickname would he give some of the other castaways, you think?
Hmm.
Would he accept Rizgod, Rizgod baby, as a nickname for Rizgod Rizzo?
I'm gonna say yes. Mr. Listener, Judy was that baby.
Can you imagine him saying that? But the castaway, I think that those three, especially those three, are gonna connect the most with is none other than Jonathan, of course,
Oh yeah, for sure.
because he's strong. He also lives sort of honorably and right. Those are like honor and integrity. That's sort of his thing too.
I mean, allegedly. Well, no, he's
Yeah,
allegedly trying to like switch it up.
yeah. Didn't work this episode though.
Yeah, it didn't quite work out for him, but you can see an attempt was made. An attempt
Hmm.
was made. So there's that. Apparently they're on day 11 already. So,
Yeah, day
oh,
11.
sorry, we were talking about that before we started recording.
Yeah. So that's
Anyway,
gonna be a thing. I mean, yeah, I think that we should go into that. Like they're already in day 11, and we saw on next time on that they are gonna merge.
yeah,
And currently there are how many castaways left?
17,
17. That is a
17 of them.
huge merged tribe.
Yeah, and we have like what, 6 episodes left? No,
6 episodes left. Yeah,
or
seven
five,
episodes basically. Because
seven,
13.
seven?
Yeah, seven
Yeah,
episodes left. Basically 15 more days on the island. And you have to eliminate
yeah,
14 of them in 14 days because the 15th day that's supposed to be final tribal, right?
yeah. So
Or
that last,
unless episode 13 is going to be the live show.
oh, that makes it even worse. That makes it one of those like, okay, we have to get rid of as many people as possible.
Hmm.
Like they might have something. Well, I don't know. Let's see. One, two,
Because
three,
if you are going to go
four,
final,
five.
a final, an FTC of three, so you have to eliminate 14 of them. So it's going
Oh
to
my God.
be One elimination a day.
Wait, so we have 5 episodes. We've had 5 episodes. We're going for
Mm-hmm.
13. That
Mm-hmm.
means we have 8 more episodes left,
Mm.
theoretically.
Yeah.
So we need, and with 17, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It has to be double boots for the rest of the episodes.
Yeah. Right. Either double boots or because they all. I mean, they're 1 hour episodes, so they might do 2 days per episode, and each day is there's a boot, right? Is that
Yeah.
will that work?
I'm not thinking about it in terms of days on the island, but I'm
Yeah,
thinking
in
about it in
episodes. Yeah.
terms
Yeah.
of like episodes, right?
Yeah.
Because like the maths, if it's 8 people, or rather 8 episodes left, 2 people voted out per episode,
Hmm.
that leaves us with 16. That leaves us with 16 eliminations and one sole survivor.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it
So
has to
imagine
be
if
double
Kyle
boots.
hadn't been medevaced. That's another thing that they had to go over, right?
Well, yeah, if Kyle hadn't been medevaced, I think they would have had the Mike boot. The Mike boot be a double boot.
Oh, yeah, because we haven't had a double yet pre-merge, and
Yeah,
there's
like
always well,
th
yeah,
this was the first double boot,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I would imagine that if Kyle hadn't been voted, or if Kyle hadn't been medevaced, the Mike boot would have been a double
A
boot.
double boot as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope that they plan this out. This
Yeah.
is gonna be tiring for the castaways if they're gonna have to go through an elimination challenge every day, right?
Yeah. That's the new era.
The new era,
Yeah,
right?
the new era.
Starting at 50. When you get to merge, it's gonna be every day, every day
Oof.
elimination. And they're gonna start every season with 8 castaways per tribe. Ooh, that's
Ooh.
gonna be interesting.
No. Like I have a hard time keeping up with Australian Survivor,
Mhm.
and they start with like a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And I keep on forgetting like who's on the pre-merge of whatever season, right? So like I was happy with 21, you
Mm.
know, um 18, like that sort of number to start.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting how this is gonna unfold.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. But before we get into all of the how it's going to unfold, let's talk about the episode itself.
Yeah. So it
Aussie.
was. Yeah. Well, yeah. You kind of, you kind of feel for Ozzy, but you also kind of, I admire the fact that he was able to control himself, right? Not having a crash out like he did in the previous season whenever he was backstabbed.
Yeah. Yeah, we were Martin was scared of a Cochrane
Mm-hmm.
moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they brought up the flashback and everything. So like yeah, I was also kind of thinking like, oh no, this might be bad for our boy Christian. Um but he lives to survive another day.
He lives to be quoted for another day
Yeah,
and
if you want
have
yeah, yep.
episode titles.
Spoiler alert for the end of this particular episode of the Council of Titos.
Mm-hmm.
Blood Moon is going to be said by Christian.
Still gonna be Christian. Yeah, yeah. Although I have a different choice for that, but yeah, it is still in the realm of possibility that it is Hibiki who says it. Yeah,
Yeah, who
yeah,
are the? We don't have too many like storytellers left necessarily. Like the only ones. Well, no, Mike White was supposed to be one of the
Mike White. Yeah,
storytellers. So, Mike White
Devon's.
isn't there. Yeah, Devins is still there,
Mhm.
and Rizzo is still there.
Rizzo is still there. Coach, if you can call him a storyteller. Well, he's in
Uh,
the Philippine context, he's a cuentong barbero.
yeah, but I don't think Coach was meant to be there as a narrator. Even though
Yeah.
he makes a pretty good narrator, I don't think they cast him to be one of like the narrators of the season
Mm.
necessarily.
Yeah. You've also got, I mean, Genevieve, somewhat. Again, that's probably not the archetype that they wanted to cast her in, and Aubrey as well, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
those are your potential narrators moving forward.
I'm still waiting on that Genevieve Aubrey blowout, like the blowout of whatever it is that they're building. This had better be amazing because it's been set
Imagine,
up
yeah,
like so much.
yeah. I mean, they keep on bringing it up. I mean, imagine if one or two of Genevieve's boomerang idols go back to her, and they have an idol off in a
Ooh.
in one tribal.
Oh yeah,
That'd be
that'd be cool.
so cool. Yeah, that'd be so cool.
I was actually hoping that Rizzo was going to go home
Mm,
because of the boomerang idol.
yeah.
Because like Rizzo like I was hoping, right, that like his thing was going to be like, oh, I have an idol, ha, ha, ha. And then
Mm,
everybody in this season being full of like returning players just, don't care.
mm,
And they're like, we'll just vote you out.
mm. Yeah, yeah. But he was able to, and I caught this on Instagram. Charlie did an interview,
Hmm.
and he sort of alluded to, oh, not really alluded, he pointed it out that apparently D and Rizzo have a pre-game alliance.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, but it would have been harder because Rizzo came from 49,
Oh
right?
yeah, that's true. That's
But
true.
yeah, apparently because they live in Florida or something, uh,
Rizzo is from New York.
or maybe Sophie. No, it was Sophie B who told Charlie because Sophie B is from Florida and she knew something was happening. I don't know. It's all
Okay.
allegedly something happened.
Okay.
That's why D was quick to ally herself with Rizzo apparently.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that that kind of makes sense. Although I still think that they should have just gotten rid of Suri.
Yeah. That's the baffling part for me. I mean, why D already has that warning from her friend. I don't know. Siri probably charmed her way to forging that alliance with D, right?
Mm.
And you've got Rizzo. Rizzo, I mean, Rizzo has always wanted to be allied with strong, independent women, right?
Yeah. So it was through Suri, or
Mm,
rather it was through Rizzo
mm,
that D and Suri ended up on the same side of the vote.
yeah,
But they should have gotten rid of Suri. Like they're setting it up so well to see D get taken out by Suri
by Siri.
because
Yeah.
of that one moment that she had with Jonathan.
Mm, yeah. Speaking of D and Siri and all of this, uh, it's a good thing that we're finally starting to see D playing, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're at least we're starting to see it because again, my algorithm, especially in Instagram, it keeps showing these behind the scenes stuff. And
Mm.
in her exit interview, Angelina. apparently wanted to talk about how women are being purpled out in favor of scatological jokes in this season so far.
Well,
Right? And we've noticed that, right?
yes.
Like Tiff and Dee, they haven't been getting a lot of screen. Tiff, and then Angelina has been saying that the women have been making a lot of moves, but they're just not getting seen. They're just not getting
Yeah.
screen time. Instead, we've got a 10 to 15 minute uh, uh, feature on on a celebrity in the previous episode.
Yeah,
Right?
the women on this season are woefully under edited. It's quite sad actually.
Yeah. But then again, that might also be a means for them to, like, push the women's games later on. Hopefully, they balance it out. Right?
Hopefully, like fingers crossed, but like Angelina, for example,
Mm.
I don't know. She was one of those people that was just so sidelined.
Mm. I mean,
Um,
there had to
yeah,
have been a reason for her to think that Hibiki was her right hand man, right?
yeah,
The way that it's showing, the way that they showed it, it seemed as if she did just wasn't aware of how things were, which is
yeah,
sad if that wasn't the real what was happening on the island.
yeah. So, oh, Angelina, she did get that cool moment right at the very end, but
Mm.
I don't know. A lot of the sort of discussion about Angelina's exit, or well, Angelina's time on Survivor 50 has been she wasn't as fun as she was back in, David versus Goliath and
Yeah.
whatnot, because a lot of what made her entertaining was her lack of self-awareness.
Hmm.
Like, and this time, good for her game, she was a lot more self-aware. And the little jacket moment right at the very end just puts a sort of cap on that self-awareness. Like,
Mm.
yeah, this is Angelina 2.0 or whatever. And she's become a lot more self-aware since then, which is not why she's fun, but or which is, which is why she's not fun, but that's what made that gave her so much potential to be a great player.
Mm.
It's just, you know,
Yeah, it's just
Stephanie,
that, I mean,
Stephanie. Ugh.
you expect something from, I guess, because again, because it's something that we've seen before. We expect that she plays to a certain role. She didn't, so it takes away from our appreciation of her time.
Yeah, but she was definitely under edited, man.
Yeah.
Like, and arguably Charlie was as well. Like, he was very like he was very one dimensional, just as one dimensional as he was. No, in his previous season, like he had a little bit more,
Mm.
in terms of character, right? Um, Swifty, sure, but
Yeah.
then he also had um the whole Maria thing, but like this particular like Charlie edit was just so unflattering and so one dimensional. So like these two just had a pretty rough edit,
Mm.
and I can see sort of Angelina's point that um the women so far haven't been given very much.
Yeah. The only highlight that we've got about the women is particularly the Genevieve Aubrey rivalry that's sort of brewing. Right? There's
Yeah,
nothing else.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's and Angelina's boot was not from Angelina's point of view.
Mm. Yeah. It it was it was a little it was a little random even. I mean, she was the easy vote, so that's why.
And well, I don't, if there was ever a failure of the Bechdel test. This would have been it.
Mm, yeah. It's but I'm also glad that yeah, that's why I'm also hopeful that they're going to start showing the games of the women more because we have started seeing D playing or at the very least it's they're starting to show it and this vote yeah the Charlie vote actually hinged on Camilla, right? She
Wait,
was
wait, wait. Before that,
yeah.
before that, my wife, dear
Uh-huh.
listener, is like right over there, and she just sent me a message. She
Uh-huh.
says that Charlie's edit was a blank space.
Whoa.
Mm,
Good insight. Good insight. You know what? I
yep.
mean, one
And
of
they
these
did write
days.
his name.
Uh huh. Okay, at least he still got his Taylor Swift uh, goodbye, right? He'll never know if there's gonna be a Taylor Swift idol. Yeah.
Anyway, there. Yeah.
Yeah.
His edit was a blank space and they did write his name. Although it would have worked better to, with the women. But whatever, whatever. We'll push the metaphor. Just like Operation Bad Blood.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Operation
Yeah.
Bad Blood. That's actually my vote for like what it could have been. What it should have
Yes.
been. Yeah. Just like how it should have been what was that? Operation Italy.
Yeah.
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 Well, it was Operation Italy, right? The title of that episode was Operation
It should have been the Italian job.
Italy. Italian job,
But then copyright issues, right?
dude.
Because that
Yeah.
was one of the leading theories, right? That like they kept on calling it the Italian job because it's impossible that Andy
Mm.
wouldn't have called it the Italian job.
It's a
So
heist there, and he was already thinking of Italian.
yeah, so you know, apparently production did step in. It was like, no, you can't use that because we're gonna have to pay or whatever. So
Mhm.
okay, the Operation Italy it is then. Like,
Because they trusted and loved each other. Yeah, that's Italy. I trust and love you.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Anyway, Camilla was really good. I mean, showing a lot of agency. We're seeing they actually featured three people in the middle for this episode, one for each tribe. You had Camilla.
mm-hmm,
What was it in the other one? You had Coach in one. He
yeah.
was in the middle of the two alliances. And who was the other one? I had a note on it earlier, but I took it out. Angelina was supposed to be in the
Angelina.
middle, but then again they took out the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was it could have been hmm, for Vatu. Um, the deciding vote,
Was Emily? Was it Emily?
the deciding vote could have been Ozzy
Aussie.
if he had like
Mm.
towards the middle of the episode, right when we were getting the whole Ozzy Christian thing, right? Like
Mm.
Christian's name was on the shopping block.
Yeah,
And Ozzy could have totally pushed through with that plan. Probably would have been the better plan for him.
for him. Yeah.
Um, that seems to be like the sort of chatter going around that like the better move for Ozzy was probably voting out Christian.
Mm.
Mm, I don't know.
Maybe he's hope. Well, because Oscar has been looking for a strategic partner. Maybe he's holding out hope that he and Christian would be that duo. We've talked about it in the previous episode. Maybe he's still holding out hope for that because who else? Well, he could probably stick. Did he and Siri already? They already played with each other, right? At
Did
one
they
point in
in
time, on All
like
Stars or Heroes
one
versus
episode?
Villains or whatever.
I wait. Let me take a look at that. They were. Where is Suri, Suri. Uh, oh, why, why is it? They were both on Game Changers.
There you go. There you
Yeah, they
go.
were both on Game Changers. So and Micronesia.
Mm. So yeah, so
Yeah. Hmm.
mm, that might be something Siri. But then again, Siri already supposedly has this trio with D and Rizzo, right?
Yeah. Hmm. Rizzo, Black Widow,
Rizzo, the Black Widow 2.0
the
with
Black Wizzo,
Rizzo. Black Rizzo. There you go. There you go.
Wizzo. He's a Wizzo,
He's a Wizzo. Okay, there you go.
the Wiz God.
The Wiz. It would be
Uh,
interesting to see what the actual dynamic is. If because right now where it seems as if Rizzo is the one who brought D and Siri together to ally with him,
yeah.
right? And we did see. I mean, I mean, he even tried to also get Camilla, but Camilla sort of sees through his act. Yeah, she voted with him in tribal, but it seems that she's not convinced that Kyle actually told him to win everything for for Kyle.
Yeah, yeah. Like that doesn't sound like something Kyle would say. Like, and honestly, good for her.
Yeah,
Good for her. Great, like BS detector.
yeah.
You know. What's it? That's something that won Jam Jam his season. So
Mm,
you know,
yeah. If you lie to me and are targeting me, you're out. That was Jam Jam's thing, right?
yeah. And he was able to,
Yeah.
and the way he was able to kind of get that was his ability to like see through what people were when people were lying to him apparently.
Mm, that's
So
true.
Camilla,
Yeah, we'll
winner of
see.
Survivor 50.
Oh, I wouldn't be averse to that. Yeah.
Actually, I don't think I would be averse to anybody
Yeah,
like
that's true.
winning,
Well,
right? It's one of those it's one of those
yeah.
things. Although I do know that some people would be up in arms if like Joe or Jonathan
It
or
it would be it would for me it would be refreshing, right? That someone like Joe or Jonathan would win. The
mm.
person I'm least uh the that I like the least to win is is Rizzo, unfortunately. I'm yeah,
Yeah.
his game just isn't just doesn't jive with me. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm impressed with that. I'm impressed with him. He was able to charm Surrey Fields.
Yeah, well, that's impressive, but yeah, I don't know the whole the arrogance, the Rizgod Riz God baby that just turns me off.
All right.
Yeah, if he's able to work Siri and D and all of the others without being arrogant in confession in those confessionals, then that would be great.
Hmm.
I'd be praising his strategy.
Although I don't think he's gonna win. Just
Yeah,
just
it's gonna be
like
hard.
the edit doesn't seem to be giving him he doesn't seem to be having a winning edit,
Mm.
basically. But no.
Although at tribal, Jeff really tried to bring out his game. Like his questions were like really pointed at bringing out Rizzo. Okay, Rizzo. I guess he's also trying to help the others get to know Rizzo,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah, that was
yeah,
crazy.
what's your game? What's your game? Or how do you do this? How do you do that?
That's
Right?
crazy.
Yeah.
But, you know, I was like, no, not Charlie. Because,
Yeah.
yeah, he had no, ah, he really didn't have much of a story.
Yeah. He is like what what Ning was saying. Yeah. It was a what blank page?
Blank
What's the
space.
blank space?
Yeah. In
His
honor of Taylor Swift.
yeah, his highlight of this season. Oh my God, what was his highlight of the season? That fake tantrum he threw after losing the talent show.
No, not. I think you're putting air quotes around the wrong phrase.
Oh,
Fake.
fake, fake. The fake tantrum he was throwing during the talent show. Yeah,
Man, Charlie.
yeah.
Charlie, Charlie.
It would have been nice to see him go further, but I guess it was hard because he was up against another person who I think is the same archetype as him, right? Rizzo is probably the same archetype as Charlie. It's just that Rizzo is a little bit more out there, I think.
He's just a little bit more Rizzo. Yeah, that's interesting, no? Because I can kind of see that, right? They do have the same sort of archetype
Mhm.
going on. And we also see something similar with Aubrey and
And Genevieve.
Genevieve's little rivalry going on.
Mhm.
They are also, similar archetype. Hmm.
Now that I think about it, because we had like Mike as a narrator too, right? And then
Yeah.
it was sort of it was as if they were being him and Hubicki were being forced to go up against each other. And then Hubicki won against Mike. And then this episode we had Charlie versus Rizzo. Rizzo won against Charlie. Maybe they're setting it up finally for Aubrey and Genevieve to have some sort of thing happen.
Yeah,
Right?
that's gonna be such a cool blow off. It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be. Come on, Survivor. You've been setting this up for a month now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been they were in the same tribe at the start, right? I mean, yeah. So they've been wary of each other ever since the start.
Yeah. Hmm.
And then of course with the merged tribe, Coach and Ozzy are gonna be back in the same tribe. You're gonna have that rivalry.
Yeah. They're also quite similar archetypes,
Hmm.
So yeah, that should be interesting. Um, hmm. So speaking of Jeff in Tribal talking about Rizzo, what do you think of the impressions, man? Like,
I had that note too. Yeah. He's really just pining for a White Lotus cameo, showing off his acting chops. Telling Mike
showing his
White, "Hey,
acting
I
chops.
can do impersonations if you want." Right? Uh,
I mean, they were better than the rap for sure.
yeah, he's doing a lot of stuff now for the season, right? Stuff that
Yeah, man, he's pretty out there this season.
yeah, the
Good old
rap,
Uncle Jeff.
Uncle Jeff or Mr. Jeff, right? Mr. Jeff as Jonathan, as he
Yeah,
impersonated Jonathan saying,
Mr. Jeff.
yeah.
Oh, you know who's surprisingly good at impersonations or
Who?
impressions? Um, Rome.
Mm. Oh, yeah, I think yeah, okay.
Like I heard him on the Once Upon an Island podcast do some impressions
Hmm. Oh,
and
they had him as a guest?
yeah,
Oh,
and they were pretty good. They were pretty good. So
okay.
just throwing that out there.
What, is Rome going to be on the next White Lotus season?
I hope so.
Right. So yeah, impersonation. Who did he impersonate again? He impersonated Jonathan. He also did
Uh,
Colby, right? He did Colby. He
yeah,
did
Kiddy
Hibiki.
Bicky.
Yeah.
Oof.
Ooh, final three. Did he just telegraph
Oh,
final three?
oh. I'm putting that down as a prediction.
Was Jeff foreshadowing something for us?
That is not a prediction. That's a spoiler for people that are familiar with the reference.
So yeah, I mean, how it shook out. I'm still baffled with this whole 17 merged tribe thing. So big.
Yeah. It's something that's been sort of out there. And when it comes to stuff you hear or read on the internet,
Mm.
we're not sure if this is actually a spoiler or if it's just like a pretty cool theory that's out there. Um, but it's of course not going to be a one big tribal with 17 people voting,
Ah.
right? It's probably going to be one of those like we're going to divide the tribe up into whatever, sort of mergatory
Mhm.
kind of vibe, right? Like the setup of the challenge looks like there are three lanes or whatever. It could be just production messing with them and like, drop your buffs. It's an individual immunity, or drop your buffs. Nobody is safe. Oh, what about those three? Nope, nope. We're there just to mess with you. Um, it could be that, or it could be like they divide up into three. Whoever
Mhm.
wins that chunk of the tribe is like immune,
Is
and
immune.
the other two chunks of the tribe have to vote somebody out. Now, how do we get it so that it's even? The two extra people go to exile. They've already introduced exile,
Oh.
so it's going to be a 15-person tribal with either 5 or 10 people immune. I'm guessing, I'm hoping it'd be, if
Just
that's the scenario, it's going to be two people um, out on exile, hopefully no
mm.
hourglasses, and 10 people eligible to be voted for, 15 people voting.
Oh, that's interesting. And they're like all in the same. They're gonna have it's gonna be three rows this time. Three rows of
Yeah.
seats. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait, but just one vote out. One
Oh, two vote outs.
they're gonna vote out too.
Yeah, so like one person from this five and then another person from the other five. Something
But
like
all
that.
15 can vote on both?
Something like that. I mean, I don't know exactly how the logistics of that would work,
Yeah,
but
right?
the ending, but like the end sort of idea that is being thrown around is that two people will end up on exile and
Mm-hmm.
we mess around with 15.
That's interesting. So draw rocks, whoever draws the differently colored rocks will go to exile.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or they all put it to a vote. Huh. Nah, Survivor doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah. I mean Survivor US doesn't do that
Yeah,
anymore.
American Survivor doesn't do that. True, true, true.
Yeah.
Right. And so yeah, or it could be like, five people watch, five people vote for one person, five people vote for another person, something
Mhm.
like that.
So it would, yeah, yeah, nowhere to hide. It would still be like nowhere to hide. Yeah, but yeah, you'd only be able to vote from, say for example, team one, team two, team three. Team one gets immunity, so you can only vote from team two and team three, but you can't vote two from one of those teams, from one of those smaller tribes. You have to vote from one from team two and one from team three.
Yeah. Although honestly, I'd just prefer to have like a 17-person tribal
Yeah,
and they
and
do
just
two
like
rounds of
eliminate two.
voting.
Yeah,
That would be amazing.
that would be because a line from next time on was, "This is like an iconic, or this is something new, right?
Yeah, but
Something Jeff said something new.
whatever Jeff says, it's something new. Um,
But I mean, it would be something new if, say, for example, tribal, and then they vote. That person goes out. Wait, don't go yet. We're
yeah,
gonna have a second vote. This is something new.
yeah, or who first first like after the vote, highest number and second highest
And
number
second
of
highest
votes
number.
go. Yeah.
Mm.
Hmm. And then watches like the one person that watches it's a unanimous vote, and the one person that was supposed to like be the odd vote, play their shot in the dark. So it becomes a true unanimous vote, you know?
Mhm.
Oh, that's what I forgot. Speaking of the shot in the dark, what did you think of that Oscar thing? They should
Uh
have just voted out Christian at that point,
they
right?
should. They
Because
probably should have. Yeah, he probably should
like
have. But again, I think Oscar is looking for that connection, and I
mm,
think that he still wants to either connect with Christian. Right now, he's looking at Yubiki, or I also had it in my note that he probably is trying to connect with Emily because Emily, despite the fact that she has like the loosest lips,
yeah.
sort of wants to work with Oscar. Right?
Yeah, Emily is low key like playing really well.
She's like failing to the top, sort of for me. Uh, she blurted out that she blurted out the fact that there was an idol, but there were no repercussions for that. And then she blurted out the situation, the circumstance to Ozzy, but they were still able to pull off their plan to take out Mike. Yeah. So yeah, she's doing well, but I don't know if it's of her own design to actually do that well.
Oh man, when she's there in the final three pitching her case, she's gonna be like, I played what's it? I played what do you call it? I played messy, I played to, blowing everybody's game up, but in the end I was still safe.
So I outlasted everyone. Right?
I wouldn't be opposed to
Yeah,
an Emily win, you know?
yeah. It would be a sort of full circle moment for her too. I mean, from being such an outcast in her season to becoming the sole survivor.
Yeah. I don't know. The only actually looking at the cast, like the only person that I might be kind of disappointed in,
Mm,
and it's through no fault of her own, but entirely the fault of production, it'd be
mhm.
Tiffany
Mm,
because she doesn't have anything.
yeah, yeah. But then again, yeah, first half of the season, it's the thing. We don't know.
Yeah.
She might just have like an emergence somewhere. She already has like a connection with Aubrey, right? Was it Aubrey or with D? Well, she has a connection with D.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually hoping for like what do you call it? Well, and Aubrey, she also has a connection with Aubrey.
Yeah. So yeah.
I'm hoping for a Genevieve style edit for her, where like if
Mm,
you remember during Genevieve's first season, she was just absolutely nobody for like the first half, and then she ended up very quickly becoming like a fan favorite, ultimate strategic player, one of those like we got to have her back types. And
yeah.
well, we do have her back, and she looks like she's in a very precarious situation, but she's like making social connections and whatnot. I'm like, dude, good call bringing her back. So yeah, I'm hoping that Tiffany is getting a Genevieve style edit. And if she wins, an Erica style edit, maybe. I
Mm,
mean, that was if we're going by sort of meta analysis here, that seems to be sort of the least favorite new era sort of winner. She's not very high up there
mm,
because of the way that her season was edited together, right? She was pretty much invisible, and then all of a sudden, surprise, I win. Um,
yeah.
so, you
More
know,
than the Gabler?
yeah, because Gabler had a lot more going on
Mm,
than Erica did in 41. Like there was an episode in 41 where Erica apparently didn't have a confessional towards the beginning, so she was like pretty invisible. And it's just my, you know, Council of Tito's bias that like I think she's the greatest winner of Survivor
mhm,
maybe ever. Um but I know that like on the whole, she wasn't edited very well, and
mm,
as a result, she isn't necessarily one of the more popular winners. So, like, if Tiffany gets that same treatment, well, she's not going to be a very popular winner,
Yeah,
which is kind of sad.
yeah. Just that we haven't even been seeing her do well in challenges, for example. Right?
Yeah.
So she really isn't. She's not doing anything to get any spotlight.
Yeah. Which could be good, for her.
Yeah, threat level
Yeah.
low.
How let me take a look, huh? Yeah. What's his name? Has had more confessionals than Tiffany. Zach Brown has had more confessionals than Tiffany.
Oh my God, Zach Brown. Going back to the Zach Brown thing.
Just putting that out there.
Yeah, my God. What was it? I think Kelly Wentworth. There's another thing on Instagram. It came across my feed. Kelly Wentworth was like doing. She was reviewing all of the tweets that were happening,
Uh-huh.
especially during that episode. There's a lot of funny things that came out of it. There was like one of them was particularly about the Zach Brown portion, and it was
Mm-hmm.
like I don't remember who it was who tweeted. The first tweet was if they have him play a second song, I'm tuning out. And then the tweet right after that is bye folks. And
Yeah.
these are all like former survivor players.
Yeah. Man, I'm quite disappointed in we are going back to that Zach Brown episode. I'm disappointed that he didn't play Chicken Fry. Like
Yeah.
you know, that's one of those things you kind of have to do, right? But
I mean, if
there
it's
you
your
go.
iconic song. Oh, speaking of, I just had fried chicken. I made my own fried chicken for tonight
Oh
for
yeah,
dinner.
I saw the post on Instagram.
Yeah.
Um, did you have cold beer on a Friday night?
No, it's a Sunday night right now.
Oh
So.
yeah, and do
But I
your
didn't. I didn't have beer. I forgot to get the beer. I was actually supposed to get the beers one of these when I went to the grocery, but I forgot.
and do we have jeans that fit just right?
Yeah, I do have jeans that fit just right.
And
Yeah.
the radio.
That's how iconic that sequence is now. We're gonna keep on talking about it years from now. Remember that Zach Brown portion of Survivor 50? Yeah.
uh,
So, do you
yeah.
have any other questions or hypotheses that you'd like to talk about?
I'm still so disappointed that Billie Eilish hasn't done anything, like
Mm.
tweeted about it or whatever.
Mm. Well, it just
Yeah.
goes to support the fact this was a job, right? You mentioned that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then she
I
comes
mean,
out in the live show and then sings. That's all she does. She doesn't even talk about her fandom of Survivor. She just sings.
yeah, man, they should have. I really hope Sia is there in the finale.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
even if
because,
she's just like in the audience again, like before, right?
yeah, just smiles and waves and
With those
maybe,
bangs.
like during one of those, like when they interview people, like they mention Sia, even if she doesn't say anything, like somebody mentions, like, yeah, celebrity season, I'm glad that Sia is here, she's been so much for that sort
Mm.
of thing. Like, if I were a Survivor player, I'd probably do that.
Mm.
Be like, try to edit me out.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone, I don't know, was it you who mentioned it or did I just see it again somewhere? Oh, I think it was in the Filipino the official Pinoy Survivor fans Facebook group that we're in, where someone mentioned potential sea idol. The mechanics for it. It's called the See Ya Later idol.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mentioned that, which I got from another podcast, so
Oh yeah.
but
That
yeah,
was yeah.
that would have been great. The exact same um mechanic as the Billie Eilish
Cause
boomerang idol. It's the
yeah.
see you later idol.
Yeah. I don't know. It makes you think now. Why Billie Eilish? Why
Yeah.
and why not Sia?
Yeah. See it was right there.
Yeah.
It's really sad. It's so
Or
sad. The
maybe
first
it's now
time
maybe they'll come up with the Banu Award, winning a million
the
hearts.
the first time that what's it? The first time that no, the first season after Sia stopped giving the Sia award,
Mm.
like we have Savannah like just slaughtering a chicken. Like it's so sad.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a moral dilemma or anything. Like because of the looming Sia prize, like killing a chicken was always a moral dilemma on Survivor.
Mm-hmm.
And once you remove Sia from the equation, all of a sudden you have Savannah with the machete just going like bam. Like I'm gonna cut your head off like I won the game, you know? Like I don't know. Sia should be at the finale.
She should. She should. Who? Maybe this is something that we can talk about right now. Early, very early wish list. Who would you like to see in the live show? So of course, Sia.
And the former survivors. I'd like to see Rob Sesternino. You
Mm.
know, like
Boston Rob and
Boston
Sandra.
Rob, Sandra, yeah, like the we talked about this when talking about like celebrity season,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Because like what's it? Survivor has created it, celebrities in their own right,
Yeah.
right? So hmm, um yeah. Uh Chris Masters, maybe?
Mm.
Was he was the one that was on Survivor, right?
I think so. Wasn't it? Who's the mayor of Slamtown?
Uh no, that wasn't him.
Yeah, that's why we need more. John Morrison. There you
John
go.
Morrison, there we go. Yeah, they're the same person in my head. Muscular blondish guys from like the mid 2000s.
Yeah. Cochran. That would be nice to see him, right?
Yeah,
It would have
yeah,
been
yeah.
nice to see like Cochran, Rizzo, and Charlie in season 50 in different tribes. They are all the same archetype. Skinny white dudes
Yeah.
who who like can weasel their way through a lot of things.
Hmm. Oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Just the Survivor celebrities,
Mm.
Um,
Russell Hantz.
fine.
He is a celebrity in the eyes of his fans.
Yeah. Mm. What it should have been.
No, let's go for it. Before that, let's go to Martin's thoughts. And here, ladies and gentlemen, are Martin's thoughts.
Hey guys, my name is Martin, and the only Japanese folklore I may know by heart is Toire no Hanako-san. I'm not gonna explain it here, just Google it and you'll find out why. In any case, this episode was kind of fun because it was the coach himself, the Dragon Slayer, renaming himself from the Dragon Slayer to Tidewalker. And ain't that the Magic the Gathering card or a name in World of Warcraft? I don't know. But yes, Stone Bell Monk and the Oak Bound Warrior Maybe that's from mahogany. 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 Anyway, yeah, I'm just glad that we had a segment like that. It gives you like vibes from like the time he called Stephen a wizard, or wait, did he make a South Pacific one? I don't know, but back to South Pacific season, partner in Ozzy or Oscar. I was very scared when I saw that flashback of Cochrane with Ozzy in South Pacific, because I was bracing myself for another meltdown of Ozzy post challenge, which we never got. So thank God. And that made me feel like Christian was safe. And props to you, Mr. Hubicki, for surviving another loss and for surviving another vote out instead of you getting voted out due to Ozzy trying to push for your vote out. I think it's the fact that this tribe makeup where Christian and Ozzy are right now favors Christian right now. And good for him. Speaking of that tribe, I also like the callback of Angelina giving the jacket to her tribe after the vote out. Now that's like a full circle moment when she was asking for a jacket. Well, now let's talk about the Billie Eilish idol, and I'm surprised Camilla is surprised about that. And for me, I'm kind of glad that my predictions from last episode was wrong. I'm glad Emily stayed. I'm glad the Riz God stayed. Even though I kind of want that thing to work for Genevieve for some reason or another. And I gotta say, six-pack abs of Mike White trumps over the gun show of Rick Devens. I'm sorry, Devens. Love ya. Other thoughts? Well, I, for one, was a bit amused of Jeff Probst doing some impressions, like Jonathan and Colby. That's something I would not even think of. After 50 seasons of Survivor, he'll do straight up impressions during Tribal Council. But here we are, 50 seasons later. And speaking of seasons, guys, you were talking about what's that again? D, Austin, and other notable survivors in the season. Well, for one, there's Emily Flippin, and my favorite guy, Brucey. And yeah, I share this to Jao and Joel, that Emily has set the record for lowest tribal immunity challenges in a winning rate of any returning player, and Brucey is the highest with 6-0. And yes, we don't count his first season because he got medevaced in the first few days. Emily, apparently from this Reddit thread, has won only 1 out of 5 tribal immunity challenges last season for her, which was Survivor 45. And this season, she is 0-5, tied with Ozzy and Hibiki. Well, that won't be a problem next episode because there apparently is going to be a merge. So Brucey will still maintain that number. For me, this episode, Survivor of the Week, gotta be a toss-up between Christian and the Riz God. Christian for surviving a betrayal of sorts that Ozzy felt of what happened in the Mike White vote. Riz God for, well, narrowly escaping a split voting decision between him and Charlie, and he prevailed. Riz God is still alive. So for next week, I guess it's gotta be, I don't know, is it gonna be a double elimination? Who knows? But I know it's not gonna be Brucey who's gonna be eliminated because he's not in season 50. I'd take a gander, maybe thumbs up for Joe. Maybe there's a strong consensus of the merge tribe that Joe gotta go because he's a physical threat, and yeah, he's just not jiving it with the players. What should have been? Instead of open wounds, maybe Tidewalker for this episode would have been a nice episode title. And speaking of episode titles, next week is gonna be the Blood Moon. Maybe the coach himself, Coach Benjamin Wade will be the one saying that line for episode number 6. And that's it for me. This is Martin's Thoughts. See ya.
And okay, Martin, you also talked about some of the same stuff that we talked about, coaches, nicknames. Uh, yeah, he did mention that he liked Mike's six pack over Devin's guns.
But, very bold of him to make just a straight up prediction that Joe's gone next week,
Yeah,
or rather
Joe's
this week,
gonna
next episode.
next episode. Yeah, next episode. And his castaway of the week was either Hubicki or Rizzo. Yeah.
Mm.
And one thing that he did mention that I really like was the fact that Emily is the least winningest castaway. That's sad.
In a returning season,
In a returning season, yeah, as a returnee.
Yeah. Huh.
She's like 1 out of 10 or something.
Yeah, something like that. And because it's a merge next episode, apparently,
Yeah,
allegedly, then like she's kind of
that's
maxed.
it.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Martin, for those thoughts. We move on to whose line. We already said it. Whose line is it actually? For open wounds, it is Christian Hubicki.
Yeah, I've made my decision. It's Hubicki. Even if like he eventually gets voted off, it's still gonna be Hubicki's line.
They're gonna patch him in.
Yeah, they're gonna cut to Ponderosa.
And get Hubicki give Hubicki a confession, a testimony. Okay, next episode is Blood Moon. And
Yeah, Hubicki.
For you, Hibiki, me, I agree with Martin. I do think that this is something that Coach is can say. Right? The blood moon, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but Hubicki.
Yeah. What it could have been. So yeah, instead of open wounds, the fact that it was open wounds, and that it was Christian Hubicki who said the line, made me appreciate it more because the title open wounds could actually allude to Charlie's dilemma.
Yes.
Right. That's
This
why
was-
actually last episode I said that it's probably Charlie who was gonna say the line. But the fact that it was Hubicki.
it was a really good like choice of title. It was a really good choice of title because it applied to both.
Mm-hmm.
It applied to both tribals, so hey, no notes.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, what it could have been, Operation Bad Blood.
Yeah, Bad Blood.
That would be nice. Yeah. And I had here. This is another Hubicki line. Polly Prissy Pants. Just because I like not necessarily a good title, but yeah, Polly Prissy Pants. Yeah, because we had Ozzy throwing a tantrum, and then we had Charlie being a Prissy Pants as well, getting voted out. All right, let's go ahead to our survivors of the week. Who is your castaway of the week?
I want to say Christian, right? But then I'm not sure he put himself in a good spot after this. After this, after leading like this vote. So, but I guess I am gonna have to say Christian. Yeah.
Me, I'm gonna go a different direction. I'm gonna go with Camilla. Because
I can see that.
Yeah, they showed how she was working, and they showed how the way that she worked went well for her. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we didn't really quite know if she was going to vote Rizzo or Charlie up until the end. I don't know. I didn't feel it seemed as if she was gonna vote Rizzo, and then there was a fake out in the end. But it was really unsure. That sort of made me okay. That was a nice nice edit for her. Right?
Yeah, yeah. In a way, like very very Charlie in a way as well, right? Because if I remember his first, was it? Yeah, in the first vote, we were all like, yeah, Charlie is going to be in the middle and he's going to side with the young people, and all of a
Mm,
sudden, like, Maria is his number one. Like,
yeah,
very very Charlie in that way. So
yeah.
Charlie gets kicked out the same way that he started.
Yep, yep.
Full circle.
Circle.
Take my
We're gonna have a
jacket.
lot of full circle moments.
Bigyan ng jacket. No, yeah.
Big Yanang jacket. Yeah. Let's go ahead to goat of the week. Who's your goat of the week?
I'm gonna have to say Aussie.
Ooh.
And you know what? Instead of like Castaway of the Week, we should be like the Angelina Bigyan ng jacket. Like,
Okay, for the next that's gonna be it. The Angelina Big Yanang jacket. Yeah, it's a long. Yeah.
yeah, just an explanation for the people that aren't from the Philippines. It's let's just say it's a figure of speech here.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, you give the person a jacket, which is exactly what she does. So,
Yeah.
who did she give the jacket to? Whoever that is, Survivor of the
Uh,
Week.
well, in the end, it was Emily who was holding on to the
All right, Survivor of the Week, Emily Flippin. Let's go.
jacket. No, your go of the week is Ozzy.
Yeah,
Yeah, he still has not made any headway. He lost yet another potential ally, I
yep.
guess.
The other options for me were Jonathan and Devins,
Mm,
but then they can still kind of you know there was an attempt with Ozzy. I don't feel like there was much of an attempt,
mm,
or rather, you know what I mean. Like he was given the opportunity to take out Christian Hubicki, and like he
mhm.
flinched.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I agree with you there. Yeah, this should have been like a even in the same vein. We could have like had like a D finally going for Siri, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that it's already merged next episode, supposedly, that's gonna get even harder to do.
Yeah, like they better make sure that Suri doesn't make the final three, because if she does that, then she just
Yeah,
wins the
they
game.
should
I'm
just
like,
give her the money.
parang respeto na lang, di ba?
Yeah, right. So yeah.
Yeah.
And what is your purple of the week this week?
Um. Yeah. The the women.
The women. The women.
Like I'm kind of in agreement with Angelina here. Like, you know, like usually when it comes to this sort of thing, I tend to approach a lot of what I see on media with like a healthy dose of skepticism. And
Mm.
after my healthy dose of skepticism, Angelina, I totally agree with you. You know how it is? It's like, well, this is what was said, and when you look at the numbers, well, they're right.
You're on the right. It is true. For my purple of the week, I mean the Zach Brown portion of last week was such a big portion of the episode that I sort of missed a cameo appearance for this episode. So that's my purple of the week.
Or you know what? My purple of the week is going to be like Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish. Billie
Like
Eilish
the
needs to
rest,
have
like she's gonna be purple until she actually shows up.
mhm,
We'll call her Purple Billy.
purple Billie. That's nice. That's nice. All right. Any final thoughts for this last episode? Open wounds.
Um, arguably a weaker entry,
Hmm.
but you know, I still found myself kind of smiling when Angelina did the whole jacket thing. Like,
Yeah.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. It wasn't, you aren't as entertaining as you were in David versus Goliath, but I see what you did there, and I appreciate the growth.
Uh,
You know.
and one could even think that okay, she joined 50 just to have that moment. She knew
Yes.
she wasn't gonna win, but she made sure to bring a thick jacket so that she can give it to someone. Right?
Yes. Well, and this is my wife's final thought on the episode.
Mhm.
Charlie was eliminated because he was all about Taylor Swift and not Billie Eilish.
There you go. There you go. From that episode with the reaction when he found out that it was a Billie Eilish idol, from that face all the way
Yeah.
until now. Yeah, that's what. That's
That's ultimately what did him in.
mhm, mhm.
That's why Christian stayed, right? He's like, oh, Taylor Swift, That's why Genevieve is still here. Oh, we're besties, right?
Uh-huh. Billie Eilish. I mean, Yubiki's like, thank you, Billie Eilish.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And Charlie was like, Marina,
Why?
Taylor Swift.
Anyway, anyway, it's nice that Link should probably just bring those, send those messages in every so often. Anyway, that is it for this episode of the Council of Titos. Again, please hit the like and subscribe buttons if you want to hear more from us in the coming weeks. Once again, this has been Joel.
And man, what was it that ChatGPT said I was?
Something navigator.
I am the lesson forged navigator.
There you go. The lesson forged navigator. And I am what was that again? The warden of the watchtower or something? I don't know. Anyway, stay safe, everyone. The Titos have spoken.